Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-thru special remix edition. Stop by the drive-thru. Deli, my bad. Okay, I'm not good at this. Give yourself a sandwich. BLT sandwich on wheat bread with mayonnaise. So, definitions are reversible. That is always true, because we learned this in Chapter 1. So, for an example, you could do a right triangle. Oh, crud. So, an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle has all three sides are congruent. That works the same front and backwards. So you could say in an equilateral triangle, all three sides are congruent. Or you can say if all three sides are congruent, then it's an equilateral triangle. Then, for the second one, this is also always true. If a statement is false, then the contrapositive is false. This is true because of what a contrapositive is. So if you had a statement, if P, I forgot the F, then Q, then the contrapositive would be if opposite Q, then opposite P. Okay? So it works. These two are the same. Yes. Okay, so for an example, if you live in Ohio, then you live in Indianapolis. That is obviously false. Then you could say, if you do not live in Indianapolis, then you do not live in Ohio. That is, wait. That's true.
You don't necessarily have to live in Ohio.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not always true. So
yes, it's not always true, so it's false. Right, yeah. Okay. Then, so now we have the third question. An intersection of students, athletes, and artists in Sycamore High School is greater than the union. That is never, because the intersection, so these two lines, they intersect at one point, right? Like this little point. Then you have these two other lines. Just go like this. They might meet at like one or more points. That means that's the union. This is where they come together. This could be more than 1 point. This is a bad example. I'm sorry. So then the union of these two lines is all of the points that are on these lines. Wow, that's cool. That's a cool highlighter. And then, so there, that shows how, yes, the union is more than the intersection, which proves that this statement is never. Okay, so now imagine if I was in the auditorium and I asked all the students who are both athletes, artists, and students in the school to stand up. You would imagine that'd probably be a smaller number than the people that are students, athletes, or artists. So, yeah, there's a good idea. Okay, now this one, the first short answer one. Write the inverse, converse, and contrapositive of this following statement. The statement is, if I live in Cincinnati and root for the Steelers, then there's something wrong with me. The inverse of that would be, please stop it for a sec. I lost my spot on the page. Yeah, okay, I found it. Then the inverse would be, if I don't live in Cincinnati and root for the Steelers, then there is nothing wrong with me. So, yeah, I can live with that. And then the next one, converse of this statement would be, if there is something wrong with me, then I live in Cincinnati and root for the Steelers. If there is something wrong with me, then I live in Cincinnati and root for the Steelers. Especially after yesterday. And the contrapositive would be, if there is nothing wrong with me, then I don't live in Cincinnati and root for the Steelers. Okay.
Good. Ready? So now just talk us through. We're going to do this on the next page.
Okay, we didn't do the perimeter one yet. So for this perimeter of this rectangle, the perimeter is 20 units, I guess you could say. So you just got this nice rectangle here. It's a beautiful rectangle. We can't judge it. So then this side could be represented by x, and this side could be 4x, and so could this side. Now, the perimeter of the rectangle, which is the measure of all these sides together, is 20. So you add 4x plus 4x plus x plus x would equal 20. So then 10x equals 20. X would equal 2. So these two sides are each 2. Then these sides are each 8. So then the area of this would be 2 times 8, which is 16 units. Yeah.
Units squared.
Yep.
Not 16 squared.
16 units squared. Wait.
So it should be square units if you write it like that.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, got it.
Alright, so this question says find the angles formed at 4:45.
Okay, so you got this clock.
That's a really good circle.
It's a clock. It's not a circle, it's a clock. And so, you got your numbers. I'm not going to really, like, number. I'm just going to, like, make a mark. Because, yeah. Wait.
Probably just should have put numbers.
Okay, I'll do numbers, Sammy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well. Okay, it's good enough, I think. It's good enough. So then the angles of the hand are formed at 4:45. So you got the 45 on this hand. It's a good arrow. Did a pretty good job on there. And then the other hand would be between 4 and 5, but it's 3/4 of the way between 4 and 5 because 45 minutes is 3/4 of the way through the hour. So it's going to go right to about there. So then each of these between the number is 30 degrees, right? So it's 30, 60, 90, 120. So you just make 120 degrees already. Then we have this angle right here, which is 30 degrees. But we only are using 1/4 of it. So we divide it by 4, which will give us 7.5 degrees. Then we just go over here and add that back to the 120 to get 127.5 degrees. So, yeah. Can I get a boom?
Good job, Johnny.
Yeah.